Let's begin buying back-to-school supplies. One item they select can have a long-term impact on their kids' health. The backpack, believe it or not. About 5% of all students in America suffer from back pain. Part of the reason is choosing the wrong backpack. Matt Ernst is a physical therapist with Oxford Physical Therapists and has some simple tips on protecting your kids. And Matt, we were talking during the commercial break. I'm telling you what, my kids come home some days and they look like they are outfitted to go on some sort of expedition somewhere. There's so much stuff in those packs anymore.
Yeah, you're right. This is a pretty standard backpack, loaded about most middle school or high school kids would.
Yep.
Believe it or not, this thing weighs 27 pounds.
Totally believe it.
And what we advise at Oxford Physical Therapy is that it shouldn't be more than 5 to 10% of the child's body weight for middle school and below.
Okay.
Middle school to high school, they can probably go 10 to 15% of their body weight.
What do you do though when you have more stuff, when the weight that they need to carry, the amount of books they got to bring home, a project maybe they got to stuff in the backpack, whatever the case may be, is more than that? What do you do?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the first thing is choice. So picking a backpack that has a wider strap and padding on the strap is first. Picking one that's not too large for the child. So measuring the child's width of their back between their shoulder blades. The backpack shouldn't be wider than the child.
Okay.
And then measuring height. So from the crest of the shoulders just below the belly button at about 4 inches, that should be the maximum length. So if folks are ordering backpacks online now, take a look at that width and height measurement, stay within those guidelines, and then make sure the backpack's fitting properly. If it's fitting properly, again, it shouldn't rest more than 2 inches below the belly button. Okay. And they should be using both straps when they carry it.
That's what I was going to ask you, because you know, back in the day, you would sling it over just the one shoulder, right? And you're all kind of hip walking around.
Right.
None of that.
2 straps balances the load a lot better.
Okay.
The other thing they could do if they had to carry a load of this nature, said they had to bring this home for a project, take 1 or 2 of the heaviest books out and carry them in the front, both straps of the backpack on the back. That way the load is balanced evenly. So if you still have to carry all of that stuff, just don't carry it all in the same place. Correct, correct. The other thing we're offering at Oxford Physical Therapy this month is free backpack fittings. So if anyone has questions, they can come into any one of our 20 locations and be fit for their backpack, talk directly to a physical therapist and get a free injury screen if they are having any difficulty or pain. How often do you guys, really, how often do you have kids come in and they're experiencing, you know, you don't usually think of a young person coming in with back pain. It's more common than you'd think. Auburn University did a study and there was about 60% of middle schoolers had complaints of back pain. Wow. And they were pretty significant. They ranged on the 6 to 7 out of 10 on a pain scale. So, you know, kids don't often complain of pain, so if parents are hearing them talk about pain or numbness or tingling, these are all clues. Yeah. Ohio and Kentucky offers direct access, so they can come straight to a physical therapist. They could bring them in for an injury screen and we can take a look and see if it's something that needs intervention or just a refitting of the backpack. Say, in addition to the fittings of the backpacks, I mean, do you give, you know, exercises kids could do or stretches, that kind of thing to help? Sure, yeah, I mean, posture, you know, is an ever battle that we face, especially with middle schoolers, and some of the activities being sedentary, texting, video games and whatnot, all pull us down and in, and then we throw a big heavy overloaded backpack that's not fitting properly after a summer of inactivity. All of a sudden you're dealing with a lot of pain. Good stuff. Matt Ernst, thank you so much for coming in this morning. Really appreciate it. We'll get more information up at local12.com. For right now, John, we'll send it over to you.